Yeah, welcome to Slaughterous ladies. This is the third and last part of the Age of Sigmar introduction set, and today we will patch painting the whole Skaven squad. And as you know, talk is cheap, so let's get right into it.
Came from the pipes, kingdom of the muck. Sewer rats plotting while the surface folks stuck. Crawling through the ground, we rose from the rust. Filth in our veins, every breath full of dust. We the kings of the gutter, crown draped in slime. Creeping through the shadows, y'all running out of time. Bass hit your chest, heart pounding till you break. Sewer-born royalty, the throne we gon' take. Dripping trench water, every step leave a stain. Rats by my side and they all spitting pain. Masked in decay, our empire arise. Eyes glowing green, sewer gods in disguise. We the kings of the gutter, crown draped in slime. Creeping through the shadows, y'all running out of time. Bass hit your chest, heart pounding till you break. Sewer-born royalty, the throne we gon' take. Emerge from the sludge, straight out of the ooze. Born to the dark, got nothing to lose. The stench is our banner, grimes in our bones. Sewer thrown sharp from the razor stones. From the crooks in the walls to the cracks in the street, we slay in the abyss where the filthy rats meet. Horror in my tone, venom in my veins. The sewer bred wolves unchained from the drains.
toxic rain. I'm their painter and god, warlord of the tiny horde. He strokes a curse, my fury etched in every warped chord.
From the under empire, they rise from the grind. Blade card loaded, vermin teeth mark my rhyme. Clan banners wave, the fury sharp as spears. Skaven, my canvas, their terror, my years. From the under empire, they rise from the grind. Blade card loaded, vermin teeth mark my rhyme. Clan banners wave, the fury sharp as spears. Skaven, my canvas, their terror, my years.
Refurb blurs in the candle gutters glow. Lines of war paint drawn, chaos cracks overflow. A plague monks grin stitched, cruel and vermin wiles. Each model gleams menace, my few thousand vile miles. Brown rust wash pores, cross armor in cascades. Gutter runners leap in shadows, fade in the charades. Metal glint snaps jaws, first stain blacker than sin. Their gaze pulls you deep, your nightmares begin.
From the under empire, they rise from the grind. Plague card loaded, vermin teeth mark my rhyme. Clan banners wave, their fury sharp as spears. Skaven, my canvas, their terror, my years. From the under empire, they rise from the grind. Plague card loaded, vermin teeth mark my rhyme. Clan banners wave, their fury sharp as spears. Skaven, my canvas, their terror, my years.
The wood boards, tail lashes in the stillness. Painted rat empire unseen, it breeds illness.
With every claw I paint, another unholy plan spawns from my mind to dominate this land. streets, we the vultures in the dark haze, feasting on the junk through the city's maze. Discarded dinners, that's the bougie buffet. Trash bag warriors, we don't do gourmet. We eat what's tossed, yeah, we savor the scraps. Stomp in the shadow, hear the echo of the clap. City's filth, man, it's fuel for the mission. Trash-fed kings with a savage ambition. Got the claws in the heap, dumpster diving like sharks, prowling
Yeah, and by the way, if you like my stuff and want to stay up to date in the future, it would be really nice if you hit the subscribe button down below. Big thanks for your support, fellas. Well, let's move on.
Tails in the mist, metal on my palate, steady hand, no twist. Fur grayed out, red eyes glow grim. Clans complete, let the skitter tide swim.
Bone and fury, they paint my throne. Army of vermin, my heart has grown. Swarm on the table, fear gets sown. Brushstroke gods, their fate is known.
Warpstone dreams, I sculpt with fire. Bloodstains brew on a battlefield dire. Layer after layer, whisker death stack. Plagues they carry, miniatures act. Hollow in the gut, I feast on grind. Each pain stroke, I'm ruling the mind. Rust on the weapons, flesh peeled thin. Vermin apocalypse, let it begin.
Bone and fury, they paint my throne. Army of vermin, my heart has grown. Swarm on the table, fear gets sown. Brushstroke gods, their fate is known.
Hive of shadows lurk in the black. From the sewers of war, no turning back. Base-coated knights, banners in hand. Bow to the vermin, the scurrying band. blood dripping, paint's in my fist, shadows in my vision, I can't resist. Clan rats skitter on the edge of abyss, whispering schemes, venom's twisted kiss.
Skaven blood, brush it in streaks. Chaos on canvas, the plague rat speaks. Deep bass rattling, voices in creaks. Each stroke a scream, madness leaks.
Warpstone powder, my pigments curse. Verse so filthy, a matted verse. Chewed tails writhing, the swarms emerged. Apocalyptic plague buried in their dirge.
Rats rise up, they gnaw through the dark. Splinters and decay, the realm's grim mark. I paint their hunger, teeth that spark.
Each figure bites, no wasted art.
Skaven blood, brush it in streaks. Chaos on canvas, the plague rat speaks. Deep bass rattling, voices in creaks. Each stroke a scream, madness leaks.
Tunnels of doom, carved into bone. Under empire schemes, the death they've sown. Brush strokes gnash from the underthrown. Clan rats march, in whispers they moan.